Alright, too easy. Cheers, bro. Let's see. Yep, too easy. Thanks for that, bro. I'll just set all this up. Actually, I'll just get my. Yeah, too easy. I'll just get my wheel set up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hungary for our Tier 2 today, with currently PS Bomber leading the championship standings, followed pretty closely by, I believe it's Spicy and SNF Wolf. We've got SNF Wolf racing today, PS Bomber's racing today, but we are missing Spicy, so this will be a big chance for PS Bomber to run off with the lead, and make himself feel a bit more comfortable up in front, which will also make it a lot harder for the Mercedes and the Toro Rosso to catch back up. I know it's RB, but the Toro Rosso, they may as well be. They basically run the Toro Rosso livery, and it's a better name anyway, in my opinion. But I believe the only one on a flyer right now is United, who, actually I'll scrap that. Maybe he's not on a flyer because he ran extremely wide there as he comes into the final sector now. Not sure if he's actually on a flyer. It says this is on hot lap, so he might be pushing it. He will go around. Oh no, he won't. He'll come into the pits, so he scrapped that lap. Rapid Mickey will be the first of our final runners by the looks of it. I don't know if he'll be able to get around for another lap after this one. But it does look like he's going pretty quick, so obviously he's going to try. And we'll go on board with him for his potentially last flying lap when he starts it. The other two going out are SNF Wolf and Bug Jump 70 in the Williams. Haven't seen him racing a lot. Not sure if he's reserving or if he's a newcomer into the league. Obviously, I haven't been very active for a few weeks. But coming around the final corner now, Rapid Mickey to start his lap. He's turned on the ERS to hot lap. And will he use overtake down the main straight? Very close to invalidating his run there before even starting it. But down the straight, he'll only have hot lap. He won't turn on overtake mode. We have a kick in the pit lane. Just staying clear for Rapid Mickey for now, who's obviously leading the grid right now. Turns on overtake down this straight here. A very nice apex going through turn 3 into the quick right of turn 4. And this corner here is very easy to invalidate, so let's see how Rapid Mickey will take it. Quick break down to 6. Looks like a nice line. Purple sector 1. So obviously got marginal improvements through the first sector. Coming into the very tight chicanes, very easy section to mess up. He takes a nice amount of curb on the exit. Very smooth through the S-pipe corners. Also very hard to make, very easy to make mistakes through there. Here as well, very easy to lose your rear end. He does a little bit, but it will cost him actually. He lost 4 thousandths because of it. Just that little mistake. So he's got it all to play for in this final sector here, or will he abort and go for one other flying run? Nope, he's going to follow it all the way around the final corner. What time will Mickey put up for the chasers to try and obtain to the line? It will be a 1:14.449. Guga, RB Drifts, and PS Bomber will have to chase that, and so will everyone else, but it's looking like them three are going to be the closest ones to it. The next person closest to doing their lap will be RB Drifts. Actually, no, it will be the Sauber of Royal Duck. He's down in P10, so he'll have to try and make improvements. We'll watch him until RB drifts and gets to the line. Coming into turn 1, let's see what he does. Oh, that's his problem. See, he doesn't give himself any ERS to play with on his lap. So he'll have to fix that for his next lap. Actually, he won't get another lap. This will be his last run. And through Sector 1, we'll have to see how much improvement he has. He's on the overtake again, down into the quick right-left. He's got 1/10 of improvement, which unfortunately won't be enough for anything other than P9. Obviously, we only have 10 drivers racing today. RB Drifts has started his lap, so we'll jump on board with him as he is in contention for pole. RB Mickey won't get, or Rapid Mickey won't get another lap. So if RB Drifts goes faster here, he will be our main favorite for pole. To the Sector 1 line, he is 2.6 tenths up. And that will currently only be enough for to stay where he is, actually. So that won't be any improvement. He's going to need a lot more through these final two sectors. He takes the chicane very aggressively. I'm not sure whether he would have gained or lost time doing that, as I haven't done too much practice myself. But he's invalidated. So RB Drifts will not be our pole contender. It comes down to Guga and PS Bomber. PS Bomber is the next one on a lap. Down to the Sector 1 timing mark. He's only a 10th up, so that's only enough for the other second row place of third. He's currently fourth. He's going to need a very, very aggressive Sector 2. Obviously, you have to really push it if you want a good lap time. Through Sector 2, looked very smooth. Not as aggressive as I thought he would have gone. Through the S's part, he's not invalidated. Right on the limit, though, as he now comes into the quick, fast right. Will he lose the rear end? He doesn't. He takes it much better than Rapid Mickey did, and he's gone purple, 2/10 up. That still won't be enough for anything other than P3. So he's got a lot more improvement to make in this final sector. Looks like he takes a nice line through the second last corner, and then the sweeping hairpin, the final corner to the line. He's got DRS activated, but he's got no ERS to play with, so it's going to be very slow to line, and it will only be good enough for P4 as Guga retires from session and Sparks clinches P2 away from Guga. So this looks like it will be your final grid. I don't know if anyone else on a lap. Oh, RB Drifts is on a lap, actually. He's sending it again. He's a 10th up already. Through there, he took it much better than the previous lap. No room for error. And he loses the rear end. So that will be this lap bailed upon, I'm assuming. SNF Wolf is on a lap, though, I believe. No, he's not. So he won't be doing another lap. JD Juicebox 3/10 up to the line. Where will he finish? It will be a 1:14.9 for JD Juicebox. Puts him up to fifth ahead of RB Drifts. And this will be your final grid position, as nobody else on a lap. So congratulations, Rapid Mickey went out early and the gamble played off. He managed to clinch pole from Sparks by just over 3/10, about 3.5 tenths. Oh no, just under, sorry. He was just 2/10 and 99 thousandths. So great lap there from Rapid Mickey. Nice try from Sparks. Unfortunately, Guga retired before he could do a final run. And it was pretty good quality from everyone else. So we now know what to expect from Rapid Mickey in this race. I'm not sure if he's still in the title fight. I will have a quick check now. As I think there's still a few more races to go, so he very well could still have a chance of clinching something back in the championship standings. There's the race director for anyone that needs it. Probably won't need it from quali, but I'll get it anyway so that you guys are happy. But you know, in the standings, Rapid Mickey does still have the chance to get, you know, he does still have a chance at the title, but he needs a lot of luck to go his way. So for PS Bomber to win the title today, he needs to outscore Spicy by 9 points, which obviously Spicy's not here today, so that's very possible. He needs to outscore Rapid Mickey by 1 point. If Sparks does not outscore PS Bomber by more than 7 points, then PS Bomber will be the championship. And if SNF Wolf does not outscore PS Bomber by more than 24 points, then it will be championship over. So Rapid Mickey needs to really give it his all today and not lose any points today. He needs to win every single race. Spicy is going to lose big time from not racing today, and will probably push him out of championship contention. So really it's between Rapid Mickey, Sparks, and PS Bomber, but more so Sparks, probably Rapid Mickey and PS Bomber. Because big difference. As we got 5 red lights up flashing, and away we go. It looks like a good launch from Sparks, as he's alongside with Rapid Mickey already. No, he's not actually. Rapid Mickey is very far in front to the line. He's almost the full car length for, as we've got the kick Sauber. He's gone off at turn 1, sorry. He's just got on the grass. I'm not sure what he was trying to do around the outside there. Poor JD Juicebox. He just got 2 tires on the grass under braking. That never works. But we'll go back up to the front. Sparks has overtaken PS Bomber. Obviously, he's shown that he wants to still be a part of this championship fight. Rapid Mickey 4/10 to Spark, so he's going to have to try and run away with this one. Further down, Guga's held position, SNF Wolf has held position, and so does RB Drifts. I think there's not many changes besides JD Juicebox dropping down to last due to that spin. But obviously, it being a close pack, he will be able to catch up quite quickly. Rapid Mickey just extending the gap every single corner. He's really pushing it. Obviously, it's only a sprint race, so I believe it's only 9 points or so. But he is making sure he gets every single one of them points. Guga putting the pressure on PS Bomber, as he's also getting the pressure put on behind from SNF Wolf, who, does a dummy for a look, and he will have a look, but that door got closed very quickly. So SNF Wolf had to think better and pull out as it allowed RB Drifts to sneak in front of him, but SNF Wolf will try and hold it around the outside. Obviously, no DRS yet. It will get activated this lap, though, and SNF will get in front of RB Drifts before the end of the straight. But after the straight, he will send it around the outside. This means RB Drifts will get a better exit, but it won't be enough with SNF Wolf on the soft tire. But he's still going to fight it back down the inside into turn 4. He's held the inside. He's held a great line through there, not giving any room to SNF Wolf, who holds it back through the next lane and gives it back to him. A bit of a push and shove by these two as they now come into the fast right. One will have to back out. Neither of them do, and it's made RB Drifts have a spin, and there's a bit of a collision back there. Not much in that, really. It was just 2 going to 1 where they probably shouldn't have tried. I don't believe there's any damage on either of the two, or any cars, as a matter of fact, so that's very good awareness by all of our drivers to keep out of trouble there. Rapid Mickey up in front. He's out of the DRS range of Spark, so it's only taking 2 laps on the medium tire, and he's got out of that DRS range. But then you got Guga in 4th, just trailing the 2 Papaya McLarens. Obviously, the McLarens are quick IRL, and it looks like in-game they're trying to follow the same pace. SNF Wolf only 3/10 behind. Obviously, he just had that little bit of a moment with RB Drifts, but it's not looking like it's affecting his pace at all, so clearly no damage on his end. The soft tire will help him try and gain a few positions, but towards the end of this race, it will hurt him big time. Actually, they do have to all pit in this race. It's a mandatory pit stop because this is classified as a normal race, so they will get disqualified if they don't do a pit stop. But Rapid Mickey must have made a mistake at the front, because now he's only he's lost 3/10 in the first sector alone. That's a big difference, and Sparks took the purple first sector until PS Bomber behind snatched it back from him. But it's looking like we're going to have a good fight between everyone, really. No one's out of DRS, as Com United gets a bit of a push and shove by RB Drifts, and RB Drifts sends it into the chicane. What a move by RB Drifts, and it's allowed JD Juicebox to get in front of Com United as well. So in the span of one chicane, Com United lost 2 positions, and then he lost his front wing as well as he rammed JD Juicebox and did a bit of a NASCAR move called bump to pass, as Com United ran very wide there. It's looking like he's driving while seeing red, which is not what you really want to do, because that just leads to incidents further down the line. As now JD Juicebox has got front wing damage as well, and that's ruined both of their sprint races, so they're going to be starting further down the grid as RB Drift's trying to close up to this gap in front between Sparks and Bug Jum. Bug Jum just gets the move done on Sparks. Sparks is going to try and do a dummy and go down the inside. He will stick his nose in. It's a good move there, but it's not quite going to work on this time. Obviously, both are going to have DRS, so who will brake later? And the battle of the brakes will be won by Sparks this time. Sparks straight around the outside, sorry. And that'll be move complete. SNF Wolf obviously snuck up to P4 while we were off him, and Guga snuck up into P3. So great racing from here. Rapid Mickey once again 1.4 seconds up in front of his closest rival. As I'll quickly pull up Twitch on my phone to have a read of the chat, as it's looking like there's not going to be any moves made through here. It's very hard. Oh, YouTube? All good. Too easy. Yeah, it's looking like there's not going to be any moves made through this part of the track. It's a very tricky spot to overtake, but it will allow RB Drifts to catch up, as everyone will have dirty. As Sparks was just desynced, I think, as he went invisible for a split second, meaning I think he's either tabbed out or he's having some internet issues, and I think that's why he went from 3rd to 6th just previously. But now down the straight, who will get the best run and who will get a chance to overtake? And it looks like Guga's a bit too far behind, which means the next overtake we might see will probably be Bug Jump on Sparks. As it is, Bug Jump sneaks to the inside. Won't get it done though. Sparks brakes just later than him, but he'll have DRS again, and Sparks is still going invisible, so I think there's definitely some internet issues on his end. But he will hold the position once again for another lap, so he's doing some good defense despite his technical difficulties that he is facing. and Guga all over the rear end of PS Bomber. I don't know if he'll be able to hold him off for another lap because that 1/10 gap isn't looking like it's going to get any bigger. Although with a bit of a mistake there from Guga in the dirty air, it looks like he's fallen a few tenths behind. So he'll have to remember to keep it clean through here as JD Juicebox, I think, just got a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So very early on, a 3-second for track limit warning. And if we have a look at our position changes, PS Bomber up to Guga and Rapid Mickey hold positions. SNF Wolf up 3, Sparks down 3 from the start. Bugjum up 2, RB Drifts down 1, JD Juicebox down 3, Royal Duck up 1, and Com United down 1. So our big losers so far have been RB Drifts and Sparks, who have fallen down the grid quite a bit. As we come down the main straight, this is Guga's time to have a quick look. He's got 2 DRS straights to get it done. He'll opt for the outside on this time. Will he brake late enough? He's leading into the corner, but he runs a little bit wide and has a bit of a bad exit. Look, he's got DRS and slipstream this time. He opts for the outside again. He brakes really late. Still side by side, but he'll opt to pull out of this move by the looks of it, as there is a bit of lag on my end, I believe. So, not on this occasion. But coming down further into the lap, he'll fall a bit further behind. Sparks still holding off Bugjum, but it's allowed RB Drifts to get into the pack, and actually they've caught SNF Wolf. So SNF Wolf's had a bit of a mistake somewhere, and it's made him fall further behind the pack. Rapid Mickey is now 2 seconds in the lead, so he's not feeling any pressure at all in this race. So it gives me a bit of a chance to have a breather and a break, as Sparks is going to be all over the rear end of SNF Wolf. Will he go for a move? Doesn't look like it on this occasion, but it will be time for SNF Wolf to pit very shortly. Obviously, those tyres will only be good for about 7 to 8 laps, most likely. And he's decided to call it quits on 6. SNF Wolf will be our first pit stop of the race. So he gets to slow down enough for the pit lane. And this will promote every driver. Actually, JD Juicebox will come into the pits as well. I'm assuming he'll change that front wing, which will allow Com United to get back in front of him. Which Com United actually, if he plays his cards right here, could end up in front of most of the grid, but it's not looking like he will, as SNF Wolf's already leaving the pit lane and Com United's not even started going down the main straight. But I think this will bring him back into the race, as he doesn't have to pit again, and he's on the hard tyre. Bugjum, big mistake, but he's only lost 1 position from it. RB Drifts will be thankful he didn't have to make the move on merit, though. So he'll be taking any free positions he can get. Sparks ahead has got a penalty, so that will be another free position for him, most likely. With PS Bomber in front, who got overtaken by Guga, we must have missed it due to the pit lane situations. So he'll miss out on that, but Guga 2.1 behind Rapid Mickey. I'm not sure if he'll be able to close that time down unless he goes for an undercut, and it pays off big time. But Rapid Mickey just looking so calm in the lead. He's got a lot of confidence behind the way he's driving right now, and you can't really take it off him. But PS Bomber will get another chance to get that position back off Guga down this straight. Let's see. Not quite close enough down this straight, but he obviously does have another straight, and he's been very good on the exit of turn 1. So down this corner, looks like Guga's actually stretched his gap a bit more this time around, and PS Bomber will have to wait another lap to get a chance. Another thing to mention is these drivers will be pitting in the next 2 laps, so the mediums will probably only be good for about 10 laps. But someone might try and stretch them a bit so they're quicker on the softs. But we'll have to wait and see. We get some good camera angles of our drivers going through the S chicanes. We'll jump back up to the pack in front, as they are all much closer than these guys, with the exception of Rapid Mickey, of course. But Guga leading us around the final corner, as whoa, he's coming into the pit lane by the looks of things. So he'll be our first of our medium runners to pit. PS Bomber will stay out. Sparks and RB Drift will stay out, but Bugjum will follow Guga into the pit lane. So these guys doing an undercut on Rapid Mickey. Rapid Mickey will come into the pit lane as well. So looks like the two Papaya McLarens will try and overcut on RB Drift. Sparks obviously has the penalty to serve, but maybe he might try and play the team game here and slow down RB Drifts and Rapid Mickey. Oh wait, no, Rapid Mickey will be way too far behind. But he might play the team game and slow down RB Drifts to give PS Bomber a better chance at having a shot at Rapid Mickey if this overcut plays off. But obviously the softs won't take very long to heat up, and Rapid Mickey should have good pace. Oh, he's gone to the hards though. Rapid Mickey has gone onto the hards. So if PS Bomber stretches his tires out and goes onto the softs, he might have a very good chance at snatching the win away from Rapid Mickey here. SNF Wolf behind Oso on the hards. Guga chose the hards, so did Bug Jump, Com United, and so did JD Juicebox. So it looks like everyone's opting for the hards. I wonder if RB Drift, Sparks, and PS Bomber are thinking of doing something different. As we'll find out now. Will PS Bomber go into the pit lane? He'll stay out. So will Sparks. And so will RB Drift. So these guys going for another lap around. They're losing time insanely fast. Rapid Mickey closed down 1.3 seconds, 1.5 seconds that lap alone. And these hards are yet to warm up. And SNF Wolf behind him is actually catching him big time. So they'll need to pit pretty ASAP or else they're going to lose time dramatically at the end of this race, because if SNF Wolf is closing that time now, when Rapid Mickey warms those tires up, he's been looking like the fastest driver all day, and they could end up getting caught before they even do their pit stop. So Rapid Mickey now 12.8 seconds behind RB Drifts, who's obviously right on the tail of Sparks. So I'm sure we're going to see a pit stop this lap at the minimum. I think next lap will be the deadline as well. I think one of the Papayas will come in this lap with RB Drifts, and I think Sparks will probably be the sacrifice, as RB Drifts has a little bit of a snap in the background and he's lost over a second worth of time to Sparks. That's going to hurt his chase for a podium or even a win in this sprint big time. PS Bomber has a bit of a snap. He'll pull into the pit lane as I said he would. Sparks will be the sacrifice as I said he would. He'll go out for my lap, and RB Drift's supposed to pull in. Which tires are they going to put on that Papaya McLaren? As it comes out, they're looking like they have hard tires to put on. Yeah, they're putting hards on the Papaya. What will they put on the RB? It will be hards as well. So both drivers chucking on the hards, but opting to try and have a fresher set of hards at the end of this race. Probably wouldn't have been the strategy I would have gone for. I probably would have tried the softs because they sacrificed a lot of time, obviously going longer. As you can see, they're coming out a full corner pretty much behind the two Mercedes, who will be scrapping away. And Sparks now, he'll probably be the only driver to go on the softs. Or you would think he would go on the softs. He only has 7 laps to do on softs, which wouldn't be too bad really, considering how these other drivers are doing on their hards, and he would be roughly 2 seconds a lap quicker with the soft tires. Yes, there's an 11-second gap to the battling Mercedes behind, as he should pit this lap, I think, unless he wants to try and carry it to the end of this race, but he will get disqualified. But obviously, due to the fact it being a sprint rules, you don't have to pit. He will pit though, and I think it should be softs that he puts on. He slows it down in time. And Rapid Mickey and SNF Wolf going around the final corner now. They'll fly past him in the pit lane. And I can't quite see what tires he's put on. They look red. And they are red. So he's on the soft compound of tire for the remainder of this race. As we'll get the lap data up, the telemetry up. And let's see what tire runs on. So Sparks and Royal Duck are the only two that haven't opted for the same strategy as everyone else. This will lead Sparks to... I reckon Sparks will catch everyone up to... Yeah, I reckon he can catch everyone if he has 6 or 7 perfect laps on this soft compound tire. Obviously, the final lap, his tires will be a bit dead. But SNF Wolf's tires will be getting close to being dead already. He's done 5 laps on them. Rapid Mickey's done 3. Sparks is going to go around the outside of PS Bomber and RB Drifts here. What a move by Sparks. As further back, them two are going to still battle back there. RB Drifts' tires must be a bit cold. But that was a phenomenal move from Sparks. Can't believe we caught that on the camera. RB Drifts falling back. I believe he must be in AI mode. because he is going tremendously slow. Not what we've been seeing him doing for most of this race so far. Rapid Mickey up front, still leading the way of his teammate SNF Wolf, who had a great start to the season but has fallen off a bit since. And let's see what time Sparks is going to close on PS Bomber. He closed down 1.2 seconds that lap, which if he keeps that pace up for the remainder of the race, he will catch Rapid Mickey on the final lap. But it's just whether he does the team thing and lets PS Bomber stay in front, or if he decides he wants a chance at the championship and overtakes him himself. But these two up front still just working together. I think they're trying to escape Guga, but Guga is now in the DRS zone, and he's on fresher tires than SNF Wolf. Not fresher tires than Rapid Mickey though, so he will have to put a bit more effort into getting a move set up on Rapid Mickey than he will on SNF Wolf. And I'm not sure if he'll have to worry about PS Bomber anytime soon, who is on a fresh set of hard tires, but I think being on the same compound, I'm not sure he'll be able to close 4.5 seconds to our leading 3. Spark this lap, having a bit more of a slower one. He's still gone purple, but it's only 4/10 worth of gain on his teammate. Which, if you're on the soft tire, you're taking that gamble. You've got to go full push every lap to try and close that gap down. But it's not looking like he's doing that just yet. He's still sort of bringing them in. Which is smart, but it's also not what you really want to be doing with the fastest lap though. So that will be a bit of extra points for him. I believe it's 2 extra points here. So 2 extra points for Sparks, and he has a bit of a snap going to turn 1 as well. So that's obviously why he's not closing as much as he would like to be. Back at the front, SNF Wolf still behind Rapid Mickey, although Guga is out of DRS. Although SNF Wolf had a bit of a snap there, so it will allow Guga to close a bit of time back down. Although he won't, he'll lose 2/10 to SNF Wolf. So I think Guga's starting to struggle with a bit of pace. Oh, he's got his ERS on none, that's why. So he's farming the ERS up to try and set up a move later down the race. He's now on a hot lap. So now you'll see he will catch SNF Wolf a lot quicker. 1/10 in the one corner. Down this straight, he'll catch another 10th. So he's only... I think he will get into DRS this time around. Although that's his problem. He's switching his ERS to none, which is not what you want to really be doing. Because being on none, you lose a lot more time than you gain. If you're going to farm, you always farm on medium. As he comes down the straight, he's not going to have DRS. He'll put on hot lap though, and he'll still lose time due to the fact that the 2 in front have slipstream and DRS. 3 more laps to go in this, or 4 laps to go in this race. Rapid Mickey still leading the way. SNF Wolf following close behind, trying to keep Guga out of their DRS, which so far they are doing. PS Bomber 4 seconds further behind, and Sparks a further 2.5 behind him. RB Drifts got ahead of Bug Jump, so I'm guessing he's out of AI mode now. Tommy United's in last with a penalty. Royal Duck P9 and JD Juicebox P8 with another penalty. Those two could be battling in the coming laps though, as well as we still watch Guga trying to close up to our front 3 or front 2, which I think he could get done this lap, as he's looking like he's right there, and if he does a bit of a juice, he will be able to close that gap down, which the DRS point is at the exit of this next corner here. So as he comes around, he's 1.1. He needs to close 1/10 in the corner, and it's not going to be enough this lap by the looks of things. So he will have to try again next lap. But these two having DRS in front, or SNF Wolf having DRS in front, is going to make it a lot harder to catch him. But will SNF Wolf go for an overtake this lap? No, he won't. He's not catching enough, even though he's got the DRS. I think Rapid Mickey in front must juice. Yeah, he does juice. As you can see, he's got 9% ERS now. So just juicing to stay in front of his teammate and trying to DRS train, but it's allowed Guga now, who was in, for a split second, within 9/10 of SNF Wolf. I think he's realized now he's got to stop putting on none. No, he hasn't. He's still putting it on none, which is not going to help him at all. Every time he puts it on none, he loses all the time he's just gained. So if you're trying to learn how to use your ERS, always farm on medium. On medium, you gain a lot, unless you're under like VSC or safety car, or a very, very slow part of the track, quickly flick it down to none. But when you're in the fast flowing track like Hungary, you don't really get the chance to put on none. You lose too much time due to needing all the power through the fast flowing sections. And that's what's costing Guga here every single lap. He's putting on none through these fast flowing sections, as he has again. As you can see, he just lost 2/10 right before the DRS zone, which isn't going to help him at all. Especially when the front two ahead of him are using a lot of ERS to keep in front. Although this time they won't have the benefit of ERS helping them, because Rapid Mickey has got no ERS to help. So SNF Wolf might go for a move this lap. Rapid Mickey's got no ERS to play with, but somehow SNF Wolf is still not managing to find his way past Rapid Mickey. He's got ERS on, he's full throttle, but it's just not looking like he's gaining enough. And someone needs to get in Google's chat and tell him to stop putting it on none. Because you can see, look, he's just got no power on the exit there, which is costing him a lot of time. Which this will be his last lap to have a chance at getting in the DRS. If he's going to make a move, he's got to go for it now. 1.2, sorry, is the gap. 1 sector to get in the DRS, or else that's going to be a sprint race over, really. He's not going to have a chance at closing that gap down. I suppose he has a podium anyway, but with him still putting it on none, he's allowing PS Bomber to get within his 3-second mark, so not going to help him at all. At the back, RB Drifts is catching big time on Sparks. They're going to go side by side, and it's looking like Sparks will hold on this current part of the track. There's a little bit of rain falling though, so this could play an effect on the final lap if it gets wet enough. It's not looking like it will currently. Still fully dry, but towards the end of the lap it could get even wetter. Still yet to know. DRS will stay on. Guga will have more ERS. SNF Wolf's not going to go for a move by the looks of it, so it's looking like they will hold position for the championship. PS Bomber will hold 4th. Unless Guga makes a mistake, but it's not looking like he will. He's currently stretching his gap. Guga's now within 1 second of SNF Wolf, but it's too late. He won't get another chance at DRS. And the rain will fall even harder, as he's now only 7/10 behind. So if he keeps this pace up, he may get a chance right at the end here. Because look, the rain is falling a bit harder, so it will get a bit slipperier the longer this lap goes on. And we could see a mistake made by someone like PS Bomber could make a mistake here and lose a few more positions that he desperately needs to keep. We come into the final 2 corners now, though. We'll jump on board with our race leader to finish the race off. Not looking like SNF Wolf will be able to get the move done. He's just defending off Guga now. And to the line, Rapid Mickey will be your Hungary sprint winner, followed by SNF Wolf. It's a Mercedes 1-2 here today. And then Guga will be your final podium position in the Aston Martin, bringing some desperately needed points home for Aston Martin. And your championship leader, PS Bomber, comes in P4, which he's lost a bit of ground to Rapid Mickey now. So he won't have the championship sealed just yet. I'm not exactly sure what the point system is for the sprint races yet. But yeah, that's for now. That's what your finishing grid will be. I'll try and find the points and let you know what PS Bomber needs to do in the future to win the championship today. I will get the, as we can see him celebrate with the Italian flag. So we got a fellow Italian in Tier 2 here to celebrate his sprint victory. Fastest lap goes to Sparks with a 1:16.640. Pull up the race director. There's your incidents. Thank you. Bless me. So for those of you that need it, there it is. Clip it later on when the stream gets published. As I now look for the point system, it's not what that's saying there. It will be somewhere in the Tier 2 chat. So it looks like it's double points for the sprint. So normally Rapid Mickey would get 8. He's got 16. SNF Wolf will get 14, and so on further down. So Rapid Mickey will gain, I believe it's 6 points over his rival, and that now means that in the race, the feature, if he wins, he'll gain a lot more points over PS Bomber and will make this championship fight much closer. So for the sprint, PS Bomber finished 4th, he got 10 points, and Rapid Mickey picked up 16. So for the feature now, for for PS Bomber to win the championship this race, he needs to win, and Rapid Mickey needs to finish 8th or lower without a fastest lap. If he gets 8th in the fastest lap, he still has a chance at winning the race, winning the championship. But if he finishes any lower, then he's got no chance. And we will be going off the qualifying grid, which means Rapid Mickey will start off pole again. SNF Wolf will start 5th, I believe. Yeah. Yes, you can, Guga. I'm just reading that now. Yeah, for sure. Apologies, Gug, for not reading it sooner. As we now wait for them to start up the feature race, will be PS Bomber off of pole. Guga will start P3. I believe P2 was... Oh no, Rapid Mickey's on pole, sorry. P2 was... Sparks, I think. And then it was Guga. PS Bomber. Then JDG Bombers. Here they go now. They're starting up the feature race. Will be very interesting feature race if it's anything like what the sprint was. Obviously a bit of carnage in the sprint, which separated our pack up a bit. But I think without the carnage, we could see a 5 to 6 way battle for the lead. as it's 5 lights and very long 5 lights, and away we go. It's looking like a repeat of last time. Rapid Mickey leading the way. Sparks just behind. Behind is PS Bomber and Guga falling so far behind this time around. RB drifts down the inside. Guga tries to hold around the outside. Bit of a bump from JD Juicebox. Rapid Mickey will hold the lead, followed by Sparks. PS Bomber going for a send. He won't quite get it done on this chance. Com United up a lot of positions, going wheel to wheel as SNF Wolf. And SNF Wolf has damage. So very unfortunate for him. He's made it 1 lap into the race and he has damage. Guga down in P5. So not the start he would have been wanting either. RB Drips P4, PS Bomber P3, Sparks P2, and Rapid Mickey in the lead. So going into the S chicanes, he's got a 6/10 gap. He only needs 3 more tenths now, and he will have the comfortability of, as we got our possible race trace here, it's expected 1 stop from medium to hard and a potential 2 stop of medium hard. So either way, it's looking like it's going to be a medium and hard race. Rapid Mickey is gaining getting a lot of time in between him and Sparks, who's defending from PS Bomber. Guga, obviously, he said he forgot his setup in race chat, so it's looking like he's going to be struggling for the rest of this race. As I'll pull up the telemetry and the lap data, as well as tires. So we can see everyone starting on the mediums. Up in front, we got RB Drifts going for a move on PS Bomber. So that will not help PS Bomber as well. He needs to stay as far up the grid as he can to try and not lose this championship. It'll be one of the biggest point difference overturns we've seen in a while in RL. Because currently the gap from Rapid Mickey to PS Bomber is a 60-point difference, I believe, or 44-point difference. It's a pretty big difference. Sparks using a bit of ERS to stay with Rapid Mickey. Rapid Mickey using a bit more to try and get away from Sparks. But it's looking like going through the S chicane. This is where Rapid Mickey is looking more dominant. I'm assuming he's got a very pointy front end so that he can throw the car into the corner and get away with it. But Purple through Sector 2 again. Obviously, that is his most dominant section. I'm assuming it's setup base. Could be driver base as well. He could just be his preferred sector of the track. Sparks 8/10 behind now, followed by PS Bomber only 2. So when will Sparks decide to let PS Bomber go, or is he thinking about his own championship instead of PS Bombers? As they will hold position 4 now. RB Drifts still 4th. Com United goes for a move on Guga, oversends it big time, and Guga will do a switchback on Com United, so not quite the overtake for Com United just yet. He will have to wait another lap unless he gets a bit aggressive and sends it into the chicane like we have seen a few other drivers do. Actually, we only seen RB Drifts do it so far. RB Drifts flying 4/10 up and it's purple sector 1. So that's a great lap from RB Drifts. He's in the front 4. He's in the pack for the lead or for the win. It's only lap 3. As we can see, PS Bomber all over the rear end of Spark. That is not what PS Bomber will be wanting. He'll be trying to encourage his teammate to get on the throttle a bit more and pick up the pace as Rapid Mickey's sort of running away with this lead. Only 3 more tenths and he will not have to worry about his opponents having DRS. Currently at 8/10, 1 more corner to gain 2 tenths and get out of DRS as RB Drifts was looking to sneak his nose in there for a second, opted out of it, probably the best option. Guga P5 behind. Not looking like he's going to be able to catch this pack, already 3/10 behind, but he's got 2 other cars looking to make a move on him. Up front, we got the 2 Papayas looking to have a move on each other. We'll switch to behind as they go too wide. Com United will get the move done on this occasion. Will Royal Duck get the move done down the next straight? As Guga is still behind Com United. Sorry, I don't know what I was seeing just there. Com United gets penalty though. And it looks like Guga already has one as well. So that's very unfortunate for them too. RB Drifts all over the rear end of PS Bomber. It's looking like it's going to be a very close race between these 4 up front. Actually, Rapid Mickey is getting out of the DRS now. He's got a 9/10 gap. That is not what the 2 Papayas will be wanting. And I think it's only a matter of time before PS Bomber says, Sparks, can you please get out the way? And waves him on through, as Sparks is just all over the road at the moment, costing the 2 drivers behind him a lot of time. which if Sparks lets PS Bomber go and holds up RB Drifts, it will be very, very helpful towards PS Bomber's championship fight. And it will probably honestly give PS Bomber the championship, because Rapid Mickey and PS Bomber fighting could lead to a bit of a collision. And all it takes is one DNF from one of those two drivers, and this championship is nothing, all like far from over. Going down the straight, it looks like the position swap will happen this lap. RB Drifts is going to try and benefit from it. He's got the DRS open. Sparks won't have DRS. So down this straight, he's going to have to juice a lot to stay in front. He will stay in front for now. But can he stay in front for long enough to help his teammate be safe of RB Drifts? Because if RB Drifts gets in front of Sparks and has a chance at PS Bomber, we know RB Drifts is an aggressive driver. He could just send it no matter what. And we could see a send from RB Drifts at this chicane coming up now, actually. He'll opt out of it for this lap. Try and setting up a smarter and less time costly move somewhere else on the track, with Rapid Mickey 1.6 in front of PS Bomber. And it's not looking like that time is getting any smaller. If we have a look, 70% ERS for PS Bomber, only 24 for Rapid Mickey. So Rapid Mickey's been using a lot of juice to get away from these papayas. And it's looking like PS Bomber's used a bit just then to try and catch a bit up. But so far, it's not looking like he's going to be able to close down that gap anytime soon. He might get it done over a few laps, but it won't be done immediately. RB Drifts lost 4/10 to Sparks. He is going to be a bit further behind. Royal Ducks goes for a move on Com United. Oh no, Com United and Guga come into the pit. I'm guessing they both have wing damage. Com United's not fixing it. Will Guga fix it? No, he won't. So they're both just pitting by the looks of it. Getting off the medium tire, which obviously we could be seeing them two do a two-stop. As Rapid Mickey still leading the way by a long shot. It's actually getting bigger now, the gap, with RB Drifts not really closing down the gap either. Only 1.5 tenths so far, but Sparks is getting ever so closer to PS Bomber. So he didn't want to be too quick while in front of PS Bomber, but while behind him, he wants to push him on a bit. So bit of a weird stuff we're seeing from Sparks here today, but not from Rapid Mickey. Rapid Mickey has shown that he wants to win this race. He's got the grit in his teeth, sending it around every corner, looking very aggressive on the curves, which is what you have to do to be quick on this game. Although it is a very risky option, as all it can take is one little bump and you will go spinning. Although that has not bothered him yet. Obviously, you don't want to do the commentator's curse and make poor Rapid Mickey crash into a wall. But so far, it's looking like a great race from these four here. The rest of the pack, fair way behind. SNF Wolf obviously got the wing damage lap 1. He is very far down the pack. Unfortunately, he could have been a part of the 5-way battle. Actually, it could have been a 6-way battle as well. Guga was looking quick in the sprint. And unfortunately, these two, Guga forgot his setup, and Rapid Mickey, oh, SNF Wolf, sorry, got a bit of damage just right at the start of the race. Only 2 corners in and he had damage. So very unfortunate for him, as he will opt up for a move. Most likely down this next lane. Takes a lot of curb on the exit. DRS open. And unfortunately Guga also has DRS, so it won't be the opportunity for him just yet. PS Bomber sort of holding in. He's got no DRS on Rapid Mickey, but lucky for him, RB Drifts also has no DRS behind. Sparks did a great job at holding him up just enough for his teammate. And these two are now most likely going to be the only battle, as the front four have got a bit more of a gap between them all. So it's going to be very hard for RB Drifts to catch up to PS Bomber. It's going to be very hard for PS Bomber to catch up to Rapid Mickey, unfortunately. So just still further 17 laps in this race to go, and our grid is sort of looking shaped up already. There's only 3 drivers in DRS, or 4 now, across the entire field, so not a very close race between our drivers. We got a 3-way battle here going between Communide Guga and SNF Wolf that we will watch when actually while Sparks and RB Drifts going back at it, but we will get back onto these guys because they are going down the straight. SNF Wolf ever so much closing to Guga. He will go down the inside. Guga gives him plenty of room for it. Great exit by Guga though. Even better one by SNF Wolf, as he still holds it along beside him. Who will break later? It will be Guga, unfortunately, though. They will make a bit of contact. It will spin SNF Wolf around, and Guga will give him the position back due to the contact. Although he's not looking like he wants to give up on this position. He is still fighting it ever so hardly. And back at the front now, we'll see Sparks and RB Drifts. You couldn't even fit a pencil in between them. They are nose to bumper. So very close between these two. Obviously, it's a very dangerous game when you do that in these F1 cars. They're very fragile. Made completely of carbon fiber. As we got our front three pulling in, RB Drift into the pit, PS Bomber into the pit, and Rapid Mickey into the pit. So Rapid Mickey looks to have the best pit entry, although he could lose a bit of time. It's not looking like he will though. He will have a pretty clean pit run straight out, right behind RB Drifts. And where will RB Drifts come out? RB Drifts will come out a fair way behind PS Bomber. So it all depends on who can warm their tires up the quickest now, though. Because if RB Drifts can get his tires warm and have pace on those hards, he could very well catch up to this pack in front. He's got Communide behind on a warm set of hards, though. He could cause problems for RB Drifts. And Guga and SNF Wolf behind, still going at it. As Guga just turns in on SNF Wolf, makes him be a bit uneasy. But Guga will have that move complete. He will hold P8 this time around. Sparks in the lead by 5 seconds over Royal Duck. Obviously, Sparks, Royal Duck, and JD Juicebox also have to pit though. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they will still all have to pit. And it's looking like Sparks will most likely be in this lap. Unless he wants to do another sort of thing he did in the sprint. Yeah, so I think a lot of our drivers will be on a 2-stop by the looks of things. I'm not sure if they will take those hards 15 laps. It's a long way to take them. And we will have to see what works best. I think the 2-stop will probably be the fastest option, as the hards on this game I've found to feel a little bit slow on most tracks. But coming around the final corner now, PS Bomber still a long way behind Rapid Mickey. 1.6 seconds to be exact. Now make that 1.8 now. United retired from the session. I think that's in pit lane, though. It is in pit lane, so it will not be a safety car. Which it is very hard to have a safety car in this track, surprisingly, as there's really not many places to crash. Rapid Mickey now, though, getting slowed down by JD Juicebox. He'll want to get this move done ASAP, as they're now side by side. Bit of contact between the two, but Rapid Mickey will go around the outside of JD Juicebox. Not a very hard position to get for him, really. He didn't really have to do much. As JD Juicebox, I think, realized it's not really his fight. He tried to defend it, though. But running wide, it obviously did not help his situation at all. Now, PS Bomber still P3. He gained a bit of time from that, actually. Only 1.5 behind now, but he still has to catch and overtake JD Juicebox. RB Drifts behind 2.4 seconds. He lost a lot of time in the pit stop, but he did gain a bit of time to Sparks. Sparks having to go the extra lap, 1.5 behind him. And then followed by Guga, Royal Duck, Bug Jump, and SNF Wolf, who had to pit again by the looks of it. I think he must have got a bit of damage battling with Guga, and that has not helped him at all. Sparks, though, overtakes JD Juicebox. So did RB Drifts up in front. They dispatched him very quickly. It looks like he's in the pit, actually. So they didn't really have to do a move on him. Although PS Bomber and Rapid Mickey, only 1.2 seconds separates the two. So we could see a battle on our hands very shortly, which could then allow the likes of RB Drifts and Sparks to come back into the battle. Which PS Bomber, looking like he's got some pace on him, is looking very racy today. Sparks, another penalty. He got one in the sprint. He's now got one in the race as well. So very unfortunate for him. But luckily, the people behind him are very far behind and OSAT penalties. It just means we may not see him on the podium again today. Which, very unfortunate for him. He has been very racy as well. The two papayas have looked very racy. But then again, they've struggled to keep their nose clean. PS Bomber hasn't. He just didn't have the pace in the sprint. But he's come to the feature with a lot more pace than he had in the sprint. Ever so slightly closing down on Rapid Mickey, although the gap is starting to grow a bit again. And RB Drifts is not. RB Drifts will set the fastest lap of the 117.2. That's a great lap from RB Drifts. And PS Bomber's also actually catching Rapid Mickey again, 1.2 now. So he's obviously seen that RB Drift is closing in and he wants to get the move on. He doesn't want to get caught up by that RB, as he knows that could be a very problem for him, a very big problem for him later down the line. 13 more laps to go in this race, and they've done 3 laps on the hards. So while we now have a chance to, let's check out the penalties. We've got Sparks with 6 seconds worth of penalties. That's a lot of penalties for the poor Papaya. And then Guga and SNF Wolf at 3, and JD Juicebox also has 6. As Royal Duck into the pit lane. Let's see what other stuff we got with. 2 stops from Bug Jum and SNF Wolf. Now, our biggest position changes have been RB Drifts and Royal Duck. RB Drifts has gone up 3 positions, and Royal Duck has gone up 4. SNF Wolf has stayed where he started. Obviously, he's had a lot of bad luck though, so the poor guy should be cut some slack really, considering what he's done. Rapid Mickey will set the fastest lap. He decided to go on a push lap, and he's got no ERS because of it though, so he will have a very slow lap this lap, trying to build that back up. He's under 20%, which is not really what you want nowadays, because having anything under 10 makes you a lot slower down the straights. And if you're under 20, you're very vulnerable. But he builds that ERS up very quickly just to burn it all again. So now he's going to be slower again. So he needs to be smart with what he does with this ERS here. It's going to cost him big time. RB Drifts now down to 1.5 second gap to PS Bomber. So he's not trying to manage these tires. I think RB Drifts could be trying out the 2-stop here, because otherwise I don't think he'd be pushing this hard. He's going very quickly, the RB. With Sparks 4 seconds behind him. Keep in mind that was the Papaya that was ever so close just before the pit stops. So he's found a lot of pace on this hard tire, where Rapid Mickey and PS Bomber have struggled to find it. He's 3.3 behind Rapid Mickey, but if he keeps this pace up, he still has another 13 laps to go. It'll be 12 when we get around this final corner now. And he could have a very, very good chance at winning this race. Only 3/10 off the DRS of PS Bomber, but PS Bomber looks to not be keeping up the pace he had before. He's getting dropped a bit by Rapid Mickey now. He's actually getting dropped a lot by Rapid Mickey. As we have a look at the gap to leader, we can see that it's 3.5 second gap for RB Drifts, who also has the fastest lap by a few hundredths over Rapid Mickey. So, have a look at tires again, see what the age is like. And Sparks has got the youngest tires, but he's not quite showing the pace that we thought he would. I thought he'd be a bit quicker during this race, but he's just lacking it a bit in this race. Rapid Mickey 2.3 in front. PS Bomber and PS Bomber 1.5 in front. Basically a 3-man race this one, as the other drivers all have penalties and are a long way down the order. But whether anyone can catch Rapid Mickey is looking unlikely. But I do think RB Drift has a fair chance at PS Bomber, as he's catching quite a lot of time really, and we know he's an aggressive driver, so if he gets the chance to make a move on that Papaya, he will definitely send it. But that's also why he gets into a lot of incidents. He does just send it, and that could also cost PS Bomber a lot of points in the championship if he does just send it and accidentally spins him around. But we'll have to see. I think he could catch him in the next 2 to 3 laps. If he keeps going at the pace he's going at. He's showing some very strong, consistent pace, but they both are as well, so you never really know. RB Drift looks stronger through the first sector, and PS Bomber looks stronger through the second sector. They're pretty even in the third, but all it takes is one mistake with a gap this small, and you could see that gap get either extremely big or extremely small very quickly. SNF Wolf making moves in the background. They're going side by side, JD Juicebox and SNF Wolf. SNF Wolf will have to back out on this occasion. He's on the older compound, and JD Juicebox is looking like he's just outpaced him, so very unfortunate for SNF Wolf down there. Had a very good sprint, and he's just lost all the pace that he was looking to get, so very unfortunate race for him. He was looking very strong. RB Drifts now only 15 hundredths off of getting DRS. He could find his way back into a P2 fight here. He won't get it on this lap, but he might get it next lap if he keeps this up. He's got full ERS. So does Pierce Bomber only has half, and Rapid Mickey only has 10% now. So Rapid Mickey's giving it his everything here. He's trying to build up a big enough gap that he can. I think he could be going for a two-stop as well, actually. If he's pushing this hard, I don't see why he wouldn't go for a two-stop. And it could pay off for him, although I think if he pits now, he will come out just in front of Guga, which is a long way down. JD Juicebox picks up the fastest lap, steals it off of RB Drifts, which means RB Drifts will be looking to pinch it back most likely. Only 7/10 off PS Bomber now. So PS Bomber has made a mistake because he's 3.3 off Rapid Mickey. And Sparks is 9 seconds off of RB Drifts. So it's very much turned into a three-way fight. It was before when it was at 4. And now it's even more now that it's at 9. And Sparks obviously has the 6 seconds worth of pens. So I don't know if he'll be able to stay in front of Royal Duck come the finishing flag. But we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, F1 is a very much a waiting game. SNF Wolf, 3-second time penalty. I believe that's his first. Although it could be his second. RB will have DRS on this lap. Will he send it on the first chance, or will he be a bit patient? Looking like he'll be a bit patient come this time around. Getting behind. He will have DRS again, obviously. Very quickly on the accelerator. He's not going to use any ERS. He's going to let it sit at 100. Whereas PS Bomber, I believe, did use some ERS. Nope, he didn't use any ERS either. He was just saving it. But Rapid Mickey, still very low on ERS. We've got a new SRT Senna in town by the looks of things, because he's had no ERS since lap 1, just like Senna used to. Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a sleepy race now. We only have two drivers really battling, besides these two at the back. They've been having a great battle for quite some time, but we will stick with the front battle, as it does have a bit more meaning. This could affect the championship if RB Durst manages to get this move done. And looking like this will be his best chance. I think 3/10 behind, and if he gets this move done, he could start to try and chase down Rapid Mickey. I'm not sure if he'll be able to, but he can definitely try. And it will be a pretty easy move by the looks of things. Overtake on DRS open. He'll pull to the inside, and that should be overtake done. Although Rapid Mickey looks for a switchback. He's alongside with RB Drifts. He's got the switchback done. Although DRS open again, he will have to try and overtake around the outside. I don't think he'll get it done. He'll switch back again. And the double switchback has made him alongside with Drifts. He goes for a triple switchback. And this move is still on for PS Bomber, although he backs out of it come the quick left-hander. So it was two incredible switchbacks we've seen from PS Bomber. Great defense. But unfortunately, it's not enough to hold RB Drifts back. Now we look further back at the grid. JD Juicebox and FNF Wolf are still going against. This will be our only battle on track now. So we'll stick on board with these guys because I don't see PS Bomber fighting back with RB Drifts. He's just lacked a bit of pace now. I don't know really what happened to him. But these two at the back now are our closest battle. And they're also our most entertaining battle by the looks of things. As they've been going at it for, I think, 5 or 6 laps now. And they're picking up penalties left and right, but that's how you know they're fighting hard. So we'll stick on board with them. As actually, RB Drifts and PS Bomber have just started battling again. RB Drifts has switched back PS Bomber. And they're side by side going into turn 3. RB Drifts, will he try the same switchback? He will. He won't pull it off as good as what PS Bomber did. And that's another change of position in this race. PS Bomber back up to P2 as we go back on board with SNF Wolf, who's got a 1.2 second gap on JD Juicebox. So I think JD Juicebox has made a bit of a big mistake, which will make that battle off the hook for a lap or two. So we'll stick back on board with these two because I get the feeling RB Drifts will take P2 back and the next straight. Only 7 laps to go in this race, and looking like a very entertaining race, really. Oh, actually, no, that's a lie. Other than the two drivers up front, not much has been going on. As PS Bomber picks up a 3 second, that's gonna hurt his race even more. RB Drift can now just sit behind PS Bomber, and he will inherit P2. So that's very unfortunate for these guys. And yeah, that's gonna settle for now. I don't think RB Drift will want to settle for that though. He will want to get the move on merit. He won't do it on this straight. Will he get it done on the next straight? If he gets a good enough exit, he's got DRS open. He's not turning ERS on, just chilling behind for now. Even though he was only 2/10 behind, I would have thought RB Drift would have sent it. But it's looking like he's a changed man. He's realized either way he inherits P2. And he is just going to chill behind the Papaya McLaren. And looking like that's going to be about all for this race, really, unless a late safety car comes in. There's not much action anywhere besides these two. They're the only battle going on. And you'd have to think that the four drivers behind would be falling asleep driving this race. As Hungary's not a very difficult track really. When you're driving it, it sort of just becomes like instinct unless you're in a battle. So the poor drivers at the back would definitely be feeling a bit sleepy. I know I definitely do when I'm driving and I'm not in a battle. But RB Drifts and PS Bomber will be feeling anything but sleepy. As you can see the drivers going down. It's Bug Jump in the background. You can see him in the background of these two battling. You know, as I was saying, these two would be feeling anything but sleepy. Very tense in the cockpits, I could imagine, as they're battling. Extremely hard here. RB Drifts 2/10 behind. Not going it on this section again. Will he go for it now on this straight? He's got 100% ERS. Not looking like he'll go for it on this straight either, so very much just sitting in the DRS, hoping to, I think all he'd be hoping for really is a safety car to get a chance of Rapid Mickey, because he knows if he overtakes PS Bomber, Rapid Mickey is too far in front. Obviously 7 seconds in front, it's not a distance you're going to close down very quickly. And yeah, so we do have a safety car. I brought it up, and we do end up with a safety car. I'm not sure what has happened. It's Sparks. Sparks has got no front wing. Wow, I looked down for 1 second, and we have a safety car. This has brought the race way back alive. Bug Jump will be the first one in the pit. I have a feeling Rapid Mickey will pit as well. I think they'll all pit, actually. They'll all pit for a fresh set of softs. Rapid Mickey into the pit lane. He will get a fresh set of softs. PS Bomber, he'll come into the pit lane as well, I'm assuming. Yep, PS Bomber will come into the pit lane. RB Drifts will also come into the pit lane. We might see, I think we'll definitely see everyone come in. This Royal Duck into the pit lane. Sparks will have to pit. Guga will come into the pit lane. And yeah, so now we'll stay on board with our race leader, Rapid Mickey. There won't be much action anymore. I think safety car will come in next lap, as it's mandatory to come in on lap 23 of this race. And unfortunately today there will be no interviews either, as I do have to set up my setup for my race, so I will not have time to do interviews. But now that this has happened, it could be anyone's game. It was looking like it'd be Rapid Mickey's for a long time. But now we could see anyone come through. We could see PS Bomber drop to last if a bit of contact happens between him and one of these other drivers. It gives SNF Wolf a chance as well to to cut through the pack. Let's have a look at what the penalties are looking like, actually. So we got 3 seconds on PS Bomber, 3 seconds on Royal Duck, 9 seconds on Spark, 6 seconds Guga, 6 seconds SNF Wolf, 12 seconds JD Juicebox, and 3 seconds on Bug Jump. So we could see Bug Jump going up a lot of positions, actually. Despite being down in last for majority of this race, he could inherit a very, very hefty amount of positions, especially with everyone battling, being on the last lap, everyone on a fresh set of softs. It's anyone's game. Bug Jump is very far behind currently, so the safety car is just waiting on him. It will be in this lap anyway, though, so they won't have to worry about that. Even if he doesn't catch up, they will still get going. But you still obviously don't want a driver missing the safety car restart. And especially when it's going to be a very interesting 2 laps of action. As they currently go through turn 1, still single formation. You don't want to see these guys going side by side because that's just how you end up with a lot of Stewart reports later that I would have to deal with, unfortunately. So I'd much appreciate that you guys please don't go side by side and please don't hit each other. I really want a nice Sunday evening. I don't want to have to deal with your guys' reports. So please don't be cruel. We want to end the race with smiles, not tears, guys. But Bug Jump will close up to the pack now. Goes through the fast left-hander, and he'll be on the rear end of JD Juicebox. So that's where he'll be starting from. It's his chance to gain some big positions. And obviously now it's anyone's game for a podium. RB Drifts and Rapid Mickey are probably the only 2 confirmed ones, so they don't have penalties. So even if they finish down in 5th, they will inherit the positions based off time penalties. Unless the time penalties are removed. But safety car will be in this lap. It should say it coming down this straight. And it will say it any second. Now there it is. Race control, safety car in this lap. And our race leader, Rapid Mickey, who will go on board with actually to see what he does. Obviously, you have to stay above 60 kilometers an hour to not throttle lock the people behind you. That is the rule. As it's now starting to rain as well. So even more drama comes into this race. There is rain droplets falling down, which could make the last lap intermediate conditions, which will be all about driver skill and not about tires, because I don't think anyone will pit for inters. As we go away, Rapid Mickey leads the pack. PS Bomber and RB Drifts side by side down this straight. RB Drifts would want to get the move done ASAP, as RB Drifts gets boxed in by the 2. PS Bomber holds the inside line. He gets alongside Rapid Mickey now, though. Will he be able to hold the outside? If I'm RB Drifts here, I'd want to follow PS Bomber around. Although he doesn't. He tucks to the inside to follow Rapid Mickey through. Gets a little bit of bump from Spark behind. These 2 at the front still going side by side. PS Bomber will have the outside line, although he just falls back, so they will have to all go single fire through here. It says safety car, but trust me, it is not. We're on lap 24. Raindrops are falling. And if it gets wet enough, we could see this driver's just walking around the racetrack. But it's not looking like it's wet enough. Or wet at all, really, yet. As PS Bomber spins RB Drifts, that's RB Drift's chance of getting the win out. He drops down to P5 and P6. But obviously he doesn't have a penalty, so as long as he keeps his nose clean, he will be safe for now. PS Bomber obviously has the penalty. I don't think he'll get another one, though. I think he should be okay. He's trying to go side by side with Rapid Mickey. Not quite close enough. Further down the pack, RB Drifts gets the move done. He's got 3 more. He's got last lap now. As we see someone in the background go a bit wide. DRS is enabled, but nobody will get to use it because the DRS activation point is the second last corner. Into the first corner. PS Bomber not looking like he's going to be able to get a move on. Rapid Mickey's got no ERS to play with. He is on his last legs. It will be a fight to the wire. Rapid Mickey, 4 cents ahead of PS Bomber. We got a yellow in Sector 1. It's Royal Duck and Bug Jumps up into P6. The people ahead of him, I believe, have more penalties than he does. He's got 3 seconds. SNF Wolves has 6. And Sparks has 9. So either way, RB Drifts will be getting ahead of them. He'll be getting ahead of PS Bomber as well. So I think our podium positions are pretty much set here unless RB Drifts is to get a podium penalty. But I think he knows that he will inherit P2 no matter what. And I don't think he'll be pushing it too much. As you can see, he doesn't go very wide there. As these 2 ahead of him, though, going extremely aggressive on each other. SNF Wolf sneaks up to P3. Runs extremely wide. Gives, as we'll jump on board the race leader, actually, who comes around the final corner now. and it will be to the line. SNF Wolf, Rapid Mickey, sorry, your feature race winner for Mercedes. SNF Wolf will come P3 on merit, but RB Drift will inherit P2 out of PS Bomber and SNF Wolf due to the penalties. Bug Jump will jump up to P6, and what an entertaining race. It was looking like it was going to be a bit of a ball fest, but a safety car always delivers, and that was a great finish to the race. So, congrats to Rapid Mickey for winning the race. He'll be thanking RBGS for getting P2 and keeping his championship fight alive. He's very much back in the fight now. He just gained, I believe, he gained another 10 points. So over the course of this race weekend, he gained 16 points on PS Bomber, which puts him only 36 points behind now with, I believe, 4 races to go. So that's the gap he has to close down. And I'll tell you how many races he has to do it. 36 points in 2 races. So it's very doable, but it's definitely going to be a hard feat. As I'll pull up the race director now, here's your incidents. And after these race incidents, that will be me signing off. If this glitch can stop happening, there we go. Oh, still on it again. Nah, not today, not today. I'll just get this and then I'll be all good. Alright, that's me done for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll catch you all in the tier